Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video on my channel. And now, it's a rainy day outside, so I figured we could go back and play a little bit of Minecraft ImpDev. Now, this is a different version of the game, specifically an older version of the game. A little bit older than Alpha, and definitely a fair bit older than Beta. But this version is definitely very special in its own right. Now, I picked this version to play specifically because this is the first playable version of the game that added infinite terrain generation. I was going to go back and play InDev, but I kind of wanted to have that infinite terrain generation. I think it's something that's definitely stuck with Minecraft ever since, and Minecraft wouldn't be the game it was without the infinite terrain generation. I find that specifically in these older versions, you could definitely see where Minecraft was going in the direction that it was headed. Now, I usually play, obviously, Minecraft Beta, specifically 1.7.3. I do play a little bit of Beta 1.1, and lately I've been playing a lot of Alpha too, but I really just wanted to go back to a more bare bones version. I mean, there's not even a sneaking option in this version. There are definitely many quirks in this version. Like, already, I noticed that the UI is a little bit different. It's got this bluish tint around it. And I kind of like that. It kind of reminds me of old Windows programs when the hue would kind of be a little bit bluish. I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but specifically, that's kind of the vibe that I get from this. I also noticed I already have 11 saplings from that tree. Oh, that's a thing that I definitely wanted to mention too. Leaf decay has been a very rocky addition to Minecraft's history. It was added and unadded many times, and the code was never really quite right, but they eventually got it right. Look at that over there. You can see in the distance. This is another thing that I really like and appreciate about older versions like this. Is the terrain generation is just insane. I'm also gonna make a sword. I want to get across here. Oh, I spot some iron down there. It's another thing, too, about the additions in this version. The caves were reworked just a little bit. I know that. They were made a little bit more expansive. Let me collect some of this stone here. Block that water off. Speaking of blocking that water off, this version they did add dynamic fluid system, which really changed the way the water worked and how it flowed. Because back then, there was a feature in old Minecraft, I'm sure a lot of people know about, that water would kind of just infinitely spread into places because there was no really way of it flowing. So if you placed a block of water, it would fill up, like let's say I placed water right here in this corner, it would fill up this entire space right here, and was a way many people back then kind of lost their worlds, especially in multiplayer. It was definitely a feature used for griefing. People would spread lava on the top of the world, and it would just infinitely flow down and destroy everything. It's really dark back here. I am in normal mode, so I'm gonna have to be careful for any mobs around. There we go. That's what I was looking for, some coal. Because you definitely cannot see anything in these caves. Not like I was saying earlier, I don't know, this version's definitely a lot more bare bones than what I'm used to necessarily, but I do think that it has a lot of charm. It's a very early build of the game, and I know a lot of people, too, really enjoy playing this version. I see on the Minecraft Golden Age subreddit a lot of people posting ImpDev builds and stuff like that. Oh, it's getting dark. We're gonna have to find a cave to kind of nuzzle into. I also know that there's a rework for this version. I forget the name of it, and if I can remember the name of it, I'll pop it up on screen. But I know that there is a big mod that kind of branches off from this version specifically of the game, and I would really like to play that too. I don't know. I really don't like all the unnecessary features, though, with a lot of these rework mods add. I feel like they add a lot of good features to the game, but I do think that there's a lot of unnecessary things that I would rather not have, because I'm trying to get away from the modern Minecraft, and I feel like those kind of rework some modern aspects into there. Obviously, it's not all bad, but not the biggest fan of that. Kind of watching my back. I don't want to get snuck up on. Like I said at the beginning of this video, it's a very rainy day out. All day it's been very gloomy and kind of depressing out. I did get a lot of things done today that I needed to get done, especially a lot of homework that I needed to get caught up on. But other than that, it's been really just a gloomy day, and I've kind of stayed inside, so I figured what better way to spend it than playing an old version of Minecraft. I also, too, want to mention that I did a little bit of rebranding. I know some people saw my post that I had made the other day, which I actually had posted on my birthday, funnily enough. I did a little bit of rebranding for this channel. My previous name was Blixie, but now I changed it to a former username that I used to use all the time back then, kind of specifically like more 5 years ago, 5-6 years ago, Kelko. You can't ask me if there's any meaning to it, because as far as I know, there's not. I just kind of was bored one day and used the pre-generated usernames, and Kelko was the beginning, and it kind of stuck for me. But I think that name fits the channel a lot more than Blixie does. Something with Blixie kind of bothered me. I wasn't entirely happy with it when I was making this channel. But I definitely think that if I'm going to do any rebranding at all, I should do it now while I'm still relatively small. I do appreciate all the support, though, and for everyone sticking around and watching these videos, because I know it makes me happy that people appreciate these older versions of Minecraft and want to see content like this, because it's definitely something that I enjoy a fair amount. But now, back onto the topic, like I said, of rebranding, I just decided that I wanted to change my name, because I didn't think Blixie really fit with my channel and kind of everything that I wanted to do with it. I definitely want to do more and upload more content than what I've been doing now. But like I said, sometimes it's hard just because of school and work and life obligations. It's kind of hard to really keep up with getting a video out every week. But I'm going to try to stick to it. I have finals coming up, and my classes are pretty much ending within a week. Pretty much a week or two. And after that, I will try to upload as much as I can. I want to stick to once a week at least, and probably keep everything towards the weekends, just because it's easier for me to get a video recorded and edited and out to you guys on the weekends. Now, another thing that I did want to mention too is that I want to make a video on this beta SMP server that I'm on, but I just haven't been active on that very much this past week. Like I said, my birthday and Easter, which actually my birthday was on Easter, but I've been doing a lot with that and trying to wrap up these finals with school and get everything I can done. So I really haven't had time to play on there. I'm still very active on the Discord and in that community, but just haven't been very active on the server. So I really haven't had time to make a video, but I definitely want to do that. But like I said, it's a very dreary day, so figured we could kind of wind down and play a little bit of InfDev. Another cool feature of this version, and I'm sure everybody knows, is that this version with infinite terrain generation brought the Farlands. And now that was definitely a very popular very popular Minecraft YouTube topic, like maybe a year or two ago. Specifically probably 2 years ago. But I remember a lot of people were making Farland videos and let's travel to the Farlands. I am the first player in Minecraft history to travel to the Farlands in complete survival. And actually, speaking of complete survival, there was some guy who I guess was walking to the Farlands himself in Minecraft, and he managed to do it. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, I don't know. I think they're very cool. The kind of generation that's brought by the Farlands. I definitely think you could put some cool builds in there. And I think it's just interesting. It adds a lot of character to the world. Even though it is like 64 million blocks away from spawn, and you will deal with some glitches due to being so far out. I definitely think it's interesting. You know, it adds a little bit of something to the game. Despite the Farlands being a very popular topic, I've never actually done anything with the Farlands, at least myself. Like, I've never tried to go find them or anything, even in any version of the game. I've just seen YouTube videos about them. And I think it'd be cool to go experience that myself. Obviously, I would teleport myself there. I'm not gonna walk there and spend days of my life doing that. I think it would be cool to kind of just fly around. Got a lot of coal and iron so far. Now, speaking of world generation too, on that topic, another thing that was added in this version, or not this one specifically, because I believe the version that I am playing of InfDev is the version right before Alpha came out, but I know one of the versions of InfDev added the big brick pyramids into the world. So that's another generation quirk that I really think is interesting, and kind of would think it would be cool if that was still in the game, like some kind of pyramid. See, look at this generation. Sorry, I don't want to get off topic, but yeah, the brick pyramids was definitely another interesting little quirk with the generation, and I think they're very cool. I definitely wish I could find one, because all that brick, having all that access to, especially because clay is just not really able to be found in these earlier versions. I mean, obviously it can, but it's very rare. So having access to all that brick would kind of be a dream. More than diamonds, honestly. Another thing too I wanted to mention, wow, this mountain goes high. Another thing that I wanted to mention too was that jumping in this version while walking forward will propel you 2 blocks forward, unlike 1 block in all the other versions of the game. It's very interesting. Here, let me see if I could. You can't. Oh, I'm at the build height. I almost was like, what? Why isn't that working? Hold on, let me get down so I could show a better representation of what I was saying. All right, so like I was saying, if I place a block here and a block here, in any other version, I'll probably do an impromptu cut to a different version to show you that you can't make this jump in other versions. I mean, you could with if you had some momentum, but just straight up walking. If I jump this, I can make this jump, but in other versions I can't. And I found this to be pretty interesting. So that means walking could technically be faster if jumping, because it'll propel you 2 blocks forward. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna go to a different version because I need to see if this works. Okay, now here I am in an alpha 1.1.2 world. And now if I place blocks on a 2-block gap. Hold on a minute. I swear it propels you. Okay, it's 3 blocks. I thought I was going crazy because I went and tested it in a different world. And it worked. And I was like, no, I swear that it propels you farther. And it is. I can make 3-block jumps. And that shouldn't happen in other versions. Again, let me test this now in a different version. I'm going crazy. I think I'm going insane. Hold on. All right, I'm in alpha 1.1.2. This is a little bit after the version of InfDev I'm playing. And I swear you cannot make this jump. You can make a 2-block jump, which I just swear that in InfDev, jumping propels you farther than it does in any other version. And I think, yeah, I think I'm right. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Even if I had some momentum, I don't think I could make this. Now, I really think I'm going crazy. I feel like I'm going crazy. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I would very much appreciate it. But I swear, in InfDev, at least the version that I'm playing, jumping will propel you further than it does in any other version that's after. I don't know, man. I think I'm going nuts. All right, I'm sorry for that little spiel. I just felt like I was going nuts because I still, like, even jumping right now, I feel like I'm being propelled farther than I would in any other later version. But if I'm wrong, please correct me on that. See, I just made that 3-block jump. I probably sound so stupid right now. I'm gonna grab this sheep's wool. Now, another thing too is that the white wool comes off as like light gray wool in this version, and I think that's pretty interesting. See, look at these mountains. I still find this generation to be a lot better than modern day generation. Don't get me wrong, I really love the cliffs and stuff in the new caves and cliffs that they added like 2 years ago now. There's something so charming about that generation. Now, the thing I wanted to talk about, and something I kind of wish I mentioned in my last video, is that the trend going around with the Minecraft movie, with the chicken jockey stuff, and how people are acting in movie theaters, I think it's insane. I don't know if you guys have seen anything about it, but there's people that would go to these movie theaters and scream chicken jockey or freak out worse than like seeing a Marvel movie. And while some of it was funny and pretty much harmless, there was people that genuinely like brought chickens and stuff to the movie and would just trash the theater. And I still find that insane. And people were talking about how no one has theater etiquette anymore. And actually, people were talking about that far before all this stuff happened with the Minecraft movie. But I think that right there kind of shows that a lot of people are losing theater etiquette and are kind of just acting fools. Now, like I said, I do think there was a lot of things that I saw that were pretty funny, because most of those were harmless and they were just little funny jokes. But most of the stuff being done was very kind of problematic. It really made me feel bad for the people that worked at the movie theater. I did too see that the Minecraft movie made like over $700 million in the box office, which I think is insane. I think for a movie about Minecraft, I mean, I know people love it, but I think that's just crazy. I didn't expect the movie to do that well, if I'm being honest. And I think a lot of that goes to the trend going around where people were going to these movie theaters just for the chicken jockey or the things Jack Black was saying. I can definitely see a sequel coming in the future, especially with that kind of turnaround. Now, I don't think it'll do necessarily as well as his first one did, just because of the sheer amount of jokes and memes that were brought with his first movie, but I can definitely see if a sequel being brought on. And while there's nothing wrong with that, I just think that the Minecraft cinematic universe shouldn't be a thing that is really expanded upon. It should really be just a one and done. And I do think that if they were going to make a Minecraft movie, while yes, now there's a lot of popularity and a lot of people around my age and older are going to go see this movie because of the nostalgia and we grew up with the game, I think that if they were going to make a Minecraft movie, they should have made it years ago. But that's just my little tidbit to add on that. I know I really talked about this a little bit in a previous video of mine, but I just wanted to add that with the stuff that I was seeing about everything happening. Okay, now another thing that I do want to add on here is I don't see any monsters spawning. I don't want to jinx myself, but there should be monsters everywhere. I've yet to see one monster. I'm on normal. Do I need to be on hard mode? Huh. Now that's something I do not know. So if anybody knows anything about that, please let me know. I usually kind of try to learn about all these older versions, especially with playing this one. I kind of wanted to get a little bit of knowledge that I could talk about, but I don't know. I have yet to see any monsters. Wow. Look at that. See, that's insane right there. Like, I would love to see a generation like this come back in modern day. I know it's not gonna happen because of the new caves and cliff, but this is just, that's insane. I'm still on the search right now for a decent cave And I think this one might be pretty promising. I don't know yet, but we'll find out. Kind of just collecting everything I can. I have a lot of coal on me and a lot of iron so far, but I think this one might be kind of promising. I've been on a little bit of a health quirk recently. I don't know. I usually try to eat good. Sometimes I can't lie. I really don't. But for the most part, I do eat relatively well. But lately, I've been trying to eat extra good. I don't know. In the mornings, I like to get a little bit of extra protein. And now, I know people who know a lot about this are probably going to flame me. I really don't know anything about anything health-wise. I kind of just go with the flow and do what I think is best. And kind of just, I learned a little bit about it. But other than that, I really don't know too much. But in the mornings, for a little bit of extra protein, I've been making some scrambled eggs with some cottage cheese. Now, I've never been a really big fan of cottage cheese. I kind of just started eating it. And I don't know, I think my taste buds changed. Because I've really been enjoying it. I don't know. I really want to find other things that I can make with cottage cheese. Now, I did try a, like, cottage cheese with fruit thing that I bought from the store, and I don't know if it was just the fruit that I had bought with it, like that it came with, because there was different flavors, but I really didn't like it. It didn't taste that good. I would rather have plain cottage cheese, because it was cottage cheese and strawberry. And now they had, I think, peach, pineapple, and there was one more, but I can't remember. But I don't know if it was just the fruit that came with it that wasn't the best, but I wasn't a big fan of it, and I would rather just eat plain cottage cheese. It's definitely another substitute for like Greek yogurt, which I really do love, and that's another thing that I've kind of evolved over time to like. I'm also a big texture person, so that's why kind of cottage cheese and Greek yogurt has really bothered me, especially when it's very clumpy. Okay, this just goes back up. Grab this coal, go back down. But yeah, like I said, I've been making some scrambled egg and cottage cheese, and it's very good. Very good, I do have to say. I kind of like it more than normal, just plain scrambled eggs. I mean, obviously, scrambled eggs, they're very plain. What else can you really do with them? But I find that it tastes a lot better. It just adds something. I'll cook them up, and I don't really like my scrambled eggs to be too cooked. I like them like a soft scramble, and I'll cook in a little bit of cottage cheese with them, sprinkle a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and once I'm done and I'm plating, oh, that goes down there. I almost fell down there too. Once I'm done and I'm plating, I'll add just another scoopful of cottage cheese on top, and it's been really good. Very good. But I've really enjoyed making that. And I'm really kind of looking for anything that's a lot healthier than some of the stuff that I have been eating. Because like I said, I mean, I do eat relatively healthy, but I've been just kind of trying to eat more healthy than I do. I also am a big sucker for some candy. I really like gummies. And that's kind of really a thing that I've been trying to cut out a lot, is some, you know, candy like that. It's not all the best for you, obviously, but my girlfriend actually got me for my birthday, because I really like peach rings. She got me some, like, these organic peach rings, and usually anything that's organic and it's kind of candy like that, I stray away from, and it's horrible to say, but it's usually because it just doesn't taste good. I mean, that's the truth. But I had some of those, and they were really good. Now, the texture wasn't like a normal peach ring. That's the only thing that I didn't like about it. But other than that, they tasted really good, and they were kind of sour. Something that at least the peach rings that I eat don't really have. Yeah, I really enjoyed them, and I think I'm gonna try to buy some more candy from that brand. Actually, I forgot what the brand was. I don't have the wrapper still. I have to ask my girlfriend, but I want to get some more, because I know she was saying that they make like Swedish fish, which I do love. I don't like how sticky they are in my teeth, but I do love Swedish fish, so I'm gonna try to see if I can find some of those. But I've just been kind of looking for some alternatives to stuff that is, at least for me, that tastes good. I've never been one for a kind of no sugar like pop or anything, but I don't really drink pop. So I really don't have to worry about that. But candy, at least I'm looking for more of like a less sugar or a more healthier sugar amount than normal candy. That's kind of what I've been trying to do. I don't really think there's much more to explore in these caves. I think I might make a little hut somewhere. Maybe right over here. Part of this mountain, why not? Alright, I think I'm gonna make my little... I just want to make a little, like, hut. I don't want to make, like, a big house. But I think I'm gonna put it right here. So I'm just gonna make an axe. See, are slabs in the game yet? Yes, they are. Wonderful. That's gonna be my roof. Now, I'm actually going to correct myself with what I said earlier about this version of InfDev being the one right before alpha. It's actually not. This version of InfDev is actually the only playable version in the launcher, obviously, because I'm playing it. But it is version 201000618. That is a mouthful, but it's actually the first Secret Friday update. I actually wanted to correct myself because I looked up the wiki of this version just to see if I could see anything about monsters not spawning, but I haven't found anything. I don't know if I need to do a little bit more digging, but so far that's it. Or they only spawn in hard mode. Just gonna be a very simple hut. Make this the front. Another little quirk that I just noticed actually for the first time is that while in the inventory, your hand down here sways. That's pretty interesting. I kind of like that because, I mean, as you can see when you're standing in Minecraft, you know, you normally sway, but there's that. I don't think you do that in later versions. Make a door. Ah, the old door texture. Interesting. Huh. Punching it obviously does it, but no animation for opening the door. Huh. I forgot about that. Let's get some of the sand for some glass. I actually just took a short break for a little bit from recording. I had recorded, I think, like 45 minutes. At least that's what it said when I had stopped the recording. But I took a short break because I wanted to make some dinner. I made a nice pork chop and a little bit of asparagus. I like pork chops a lot. I'm a big fan of those. I've never really eaten a lot of pork chops before, but I recently just kind of started eating them, and I really do enjoy them. They're very tasty, but you gotta cook them right, because if you cook them too long, they'll get really dry and not be as tender or juicy. But mine was pretty good. Kind of happy with how it turned out. This is not nearly going to be enough slabs, but it's okay. Kind of have to be careful on all these corners because there's no crouching yet. So it's kind of hard. But I definitely don't have enough slabs, so I'm going to have to get some more cobblestone. So kind of going back to the topic of me wanting to cut out at least a little bit of sugar. I don't want to completely cut it out. I still want to keep some sugar and at least try to kind of get some healthier sugars in there. But onto that topic, I'm a very big coffee drinker. I love my morning coffee. I really want to get into like making really good coffee. Like I like professional. Like I want to get some like espresso machines and stuff like that. I want to get coffee that I, you know, really can't get from like Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. Like I like going to little coffee shops and stuff like that and trying things out, but I want to do it at home And while machines like that are very expensive, once you buy them, you're going to have them for a while. And then after that, it becomes relatively affordable. And I want to start doing that. Kind of making my own like espresso shots and stuff like that. And I'm really just, I like hot coffee a lot, so I'm really not a big fan of iced coffee. I will occasionally. I do like cold brew a lot. I want to try to start making some coffee like that. Because right now, I just brew. I get some coffee grounds, or some, actually, I have been getting some coffee beans and grinding them up myself and doing that. And I definitely think the quality of coffee, at least in the taste, has gotten a lot better from doing that. I still want to take it like an extra step and make more high quality stuff, at least affordably. All right, that's all my pickaxes. I'm almost done with this roof here. But I don't know. I really do enjoy coffee. There's like little things in life that I really enjoy. Right now, it's definitely been Minecraft and coffee. I definitely really enjoy kind of all of that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one of these days, I'll save up some money to get myself like actual professional coffee makers. Not professional, but at least higher quality than just an at-home coffee maker. All right, there's my little hut. Like I said, I didn't want to do anything fancy with it, but at least got it done. I'll place some torches in here so we get some light. Now, there's one thing that I did hear was in this game. There's a bug, and I want to try it out, and I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I know in this version specifically, there's this bug with signs. Now, you do need a falling block for this. Now, let's see how this is gonna work. Like I said, I did see that this was in this version on the wiki, but I have no clue if this is gonna work. So place down a Why is it so large? Oh my god. I completely forgot signs were this big in this version. Oh my god. That is comical. That is comically large. Look at that. I love that. I love that. All right. Let me continue what I was doing here. Hold on. So I think if you place this here, and then if you place this on it should... Yeah! There we go. So there's a bug with this version of the game. At least probably, it's probably just in all inf dev, but I know specifically, because the wiki said it, in this version, I'm noticing some lighting glitches because of this. I might have to get rid of this. Yeah, whoa, whoa, it's coming up all over my screen. But if you place a falling block above a sign in this version, it'll keep bouncing. Oh, I love that. Let me get rid of this. That's awesome, but I completely forgot how comically large signs were when placed on the ground. I love that. Well, that is going to be it for this video. Like I said earlier, it's just been a very rainy and dreary day, so I kind of just wanted to wind down and relax and play just an older version of Minecraft. A version that I guess not many people really think about. Like I said earlier, there's definitely a certain amount of people that play this version, and I definitely can see why. I would like to continue this world, maybe on my off time or on days like this where I just feel like relaxing, playing some Minecraft, and talking about really anything. I apologize for the amount of talking in this video. Like I said, just kind of want to wind down and talk about some stuff while I play and relax on this rainy day. So thank you guys for the support on the channel, and I hope to see you guys soon. Like I said, I'm going to be very busy this next couple weeks, but I'm definitely going to get a video out again next week as fast as I can. I don't like not uploading for a certain amount of time. There will be a new beta video out soon. I've been working on things there. I also think I'm going to record another alpha video soon. I've been really enjoying playing that version lately. I kind of took a break from the beta world and started playing on my alpha world, so I think that's probably going to come soon. But before then, I'm going to get a video out on the beta world. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.